you think the conservatoires could play a role in their teaching, in their, they've got the, I know you're close to the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama. I saw you there at the end of last year, and I loved it there. I loved the vibe of the place. The brass department is run by proper people. You've got Kevin Price and Roger Argente, absolutely proper people. The vibe seemed really positive to me. Now, that's the only time I've been in there. I'm sure you've been in there a lot more. I'm guessing that the role that you've got with Tredegar and the Royal Welsh, there's probably quite a good tie up there. But do you think those colleges could play a good part in and around communities as well, like with the teaching thing? All these kids that go to these colleges, they're never just going to play the trumpet, or they're never just going to play the trombone. They've got to learn how to teach. They've got to learn how to communicate.
I think that's the key. Tredegar is involved with the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire.
Of course,
we're the band involved with that part of it. Corey are the band in residence at the Royal Welsh College. And they're two good examples, because at the Royal Welsh College, you had Bob Charles, you've got Roger Argente now there, Kevin Price, who is the main head. They understand the brass band culture and how important it is in the local area. So you get a lot of benefits from a lot of the students who go to Cardiff. If they're the top players, they end up at Corey or they come to Tredegar, whatever. But the vast majority of them find their way to local brass bands. So that's always a benefit. I know people sometimes say with students it's difficult because they're only there for a short period of time. But as long as you know that, and there's always like a production line which is coming through something like the colleges, I don't see that as a bad thing. What I do see as a bad thing, and sometimes it's a bit hard to say this, I wish the colleges, especially the Conservatoire, are realistic with these players. Not every player who wants to go to college is going to become the principal trumpet player of the LSO. And a lot of them have got to know that if you're going to spend 3 years, and I'm not just saying this, I haven't got anything against baritone players, not at all. I work with Ben Stratford, who does Mango Media. He does a lot of the stuff with him. Ben spent 3 years at the Royal Welsh College playing the baritone. He's a super baritone player. He plays solo baritone with Tredegar, but he's a graphic designer, man.
Yeah.
And if you talk to him, he says, I wish I spent 3 years doing graphic design, because I had to spend 3 years catching up to do the thing at the end, which became my career. What career are you going to have playing the baritone? You can either go into teaching and that's it. And I think sometimes the conservatoires and these music colleges who offer these courses have really got to try and say to people, look, you're going to do 3 years of playing, you're going to enjoy yourself, but you've got to think of how you're going to use that as a career when you finish being a student. And that may be teaching. It may be going into musical administration, whatever. But they've all got their heads full of thinking, right, I'm going to be a full-time tenor horn player. Guess what? You're not going to be a full-time tenor horn player. Be realistic.
There's so many jobs.